Hey guys, welcome back to the Role Player's Realm. And keeping true with what I did in the last video with Varric, I'm going to be talking to Cassandra now. I think these introductions are important to at least know the temperament of the characters you're going to be traveling with and adventuring with. You're impressive.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
I can never resist flirting.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Alright, investigate. What do you believe?
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it.
Wow, there's a sword flash behind me. It's kind of freaking me out with my eyes. Oh, it's because those guys are fighting behind us. The camera's stationing behind them. Alright. What happens next?
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences
that camera angle.
paid for what I have done, I pay them.
And that pixelation.
I only pray the price is not too high.
You had to do it.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I?
I think she did the right thing.
My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail.
Cassandra's a lot like me in that regard.
Did I not?
I don't like to
thought
dilly-dally.
The answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
You had cause.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. You know, I'll play it up, yes.
He exists.
That's comforting.
You know what? With all this approval I'm getting from Cassandra, I might try to romance her. Never romanced her.
Now it's
My last
simply
romantic interest was Sarah.
where it leads us.
Sarah's actually somebody we'll be meeting. Anywho, we have a little cut, and on to Solus.
The blessed hero sent to save us all.
I hope to be one.
I didn't ask for this. But someone has to find a way to seal this breach.
Spoken nobly indeed. You think I'm mocking you? This age has made people cynical.
I think they made Solus very Spock-like.
Ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
You study ancient ruins.
What do you mean ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
How can you sleep there?
Fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
That's impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay then. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Cassandra will protect you. Yeah, Cassandra will protect you.
Cassandra trusts you.
I'm tempted to see what
I
everything
won't
else
let
is, but
anyone
for
push you
right
into a
now,
circle against your will.
before we leave Haven, I want everybody. I want to be on good terms with everybody.
But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Commander!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Alright, I put in that little scene because it just kind of randomly sprung up, and I was like, you know, that's important to let people see
Already at war.
the conflict between the mages and Templars, especially in regards to the Inquisition. So that's cool.
Authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the conclave.
Not important enough to be at the conclave.
And its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Right. Why can't we work together?
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chantry's authority.
There is no authority until another divine is chosen.
Oh, he's got a point. And that was also Wicked Burn.
Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
Ooh. Alright. Cullen, why is he here?
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth.
Oh.
The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
Alright then. Is the Mage Templar War
Spread is the
bad?
violence between mages and Templars.
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
Right. But who killed the Divine?
The mages and Templars are fighting even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody
Very
cares
true.
about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Right. I'll return with good news.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
Right.
It's all right.
Having the herald address the
Little
place
cut here, going
is
back,
a terrible
once
idea.
again, continuing the
You
actual
can't be
storyline.
serious.
Mother Giselle is
Going
dead.
back to Val
At the
Royeaux
moment,
with the
Chantry's
names that
only
Mother
strength
Giselle
is that
gave
they are
me.
united in opinion. And we should ignore the danger to the herald. Let's ask him.
Pooh. This might not actually help.
I'm more concerned this won't actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with him.
Aw, Cassandra, how nice of you.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach.
That's
Use
true.
what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Alright, and we're about to go and address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. It's actually a very fun part of the game for me. Just, not much action, but plenty of, just commentary, meta plot type stuff. And plus, this is Val Royeaux, it's always so pretty.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Oh, Varric.
Your skills
That's obvious.
Never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
Oh,
There
okay.
are Templars here?
Templars looking
People
for a
think
fight.
that the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
See, this is actually like one way that we actually see that the Inquisition has agents in the field, and that's awesome to me. Alright.
Wish to protect the people? Return to Haven.
Can I
Someone
interject in this conversation?
we are delayed.
Can I?
As you say, my lady.
Nope. Alright. There's also plenty of these things to read through here if you want to update your codec all the way. Or just get random information, and there are a lot of them. So, when you do your own playthrough, make sure you don't miss them. For me, I'm just trying to focus on the main plot. And other important notes that I see fit for the storyline. Now here's the gathering. Oh boy.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery.
Treachery.
You wonder
I think they're all
what
supposed to
will
be
become of
French.
her murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet, no servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
You know what? You're wrong. I am the Herald. I'm gonna flaunt that shit.
And do you know everything the Maker commands? Look up in the sky. I alone survived the breach, and I can end it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Uh-oh. Templars.
The Templars have returned to the
With their
Chantry.
texture-popping
They will
armors.
face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Shut up. That part made my wife gasp so much the first time we experienced it when we did our
Still
playthrough.
yourself. She is beneath us.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Not here for us then. Saved me the trouble.
I
Yeah.
was just about to do that myself. As if I would do anything for your pleasure.
That guy's got weird teeth.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages.
That's
You are the
objectionable.
ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Oh, somebody's full of himself. Alright then. Ooh, help us close the breach. You know what? You refuse the Herald?
And what if I really am the Herald of Andraste? You have nothing. No influence, no power, and certainly no holy purpose.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing.
What a prick.
Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
So you're just going around rounding up Templars. Odd.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
How well did you know him?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
We'll find another way then. Yeah. Guess you won't see a reason.
The Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
I won't go to Haven right away, but I thank you for the encouragement. And the words of caution. Oh,
What's that?
it's an arrow.
Arrow with a message?
Oh, I know who this is for. A friend of Red Jenny. Well, actually, since we're here, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll get another party member. I forgot this happens in Val Royeaux. Or Val Royeaux.
I believe that
Circle messenger.
Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
An invitation for me? How sweet. First Enchanter Vivian de Feur. Alright. Now where do I actually begin? Oh yeah. There we go. I got a marker over here. Thank you. We got to go to the tavern first. And we'll start seeing these red handkerchiefs everywhere. So, we want to get the first one. And there's one by the dock and one in the upper market. So the dock. Which way is it to the dock? Usually I don't like turning these on, but in this case I will, just because it'll help speed things along. Don't want people to be too bored. Up here, past the Mother Divine. There's actually additional dialogue I can have with her here, but I'll leave that out just for the sake of leaving a bit of mystery. Okay. Over here by the docks, I think this is it. No, that's not. Okay. Red handkerchief. Oh, come on. Red handkerchief. Thank you. Can I log on to it now? Thank you. And then what was this? Okay, something else. Oh, something to read there. Even though I've beaten this game like recently, so much happens in it you forget what's going on very quickly. Alright, now we need to go to the second story, and the best thing to do is to travel here. So I'll do a cut. Alright, here we are, back on top. And we want to travel to this general location by the potted plant. And search, and voila, there it is. The last handkerchief. Favors for friends. Right, now we're going to go back to the quest map, and we are going to go to the world map and travel to the meeting place here. So, see you soon. Oh, I decided to put this in. This happens when you're going to leave Val Royeaux.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader
Yeah.
of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I see. You weren't at the conclave?
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So, you think the Templars did it?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Alright then. Will you help us?
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least. Consider this an
Everything has a
invitation to
price.
tread Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Au revoir.
Come.
Yeah, I think they're
Let
definitely
us
supposed to be
return
French.
Haven.
Okay, we're not going to Haven. You hold your tits, Cassandra. We're going to go meet up with this Red Jenny fellow. And there's baddies right there. So invisible we go. And a flame arrow up the pooper. That's the only thing, like, this mission when you first start, it seems completely random. You're like, okay, what am I doing here? There's mercenaries, but what am I doing here again? I was told to meet somebody. Let's see. No goodies there. No goodies there. Nope. Alright, on through the next door then. Oh. Hello.
How much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
I don't know who you are.
I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is the...
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what?
Rich
Chicks
tits.
always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk and then you're just person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
I am the Herald. Who are you?
They say I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People.
People.
Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
I love Sarah. She's so random and crazy. Boom. Point blank. Flame arrow. Okay, loot. I always loot during combat because sometimes you really don't get a chance to loot afterwards. I don't remember if that's the case that happens after this or not. Alright, I think that's all of them.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Alright, I'd like a real introduction.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends.
Right.
The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here,
Right.
in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
Plus arrows. Alright, can provide noble allies. Are you offering spies? Can you provide soldiers? I think
The
spies.
Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around, blah
Your
blah,
cods around.
I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Alright, let's investigate. So who are your people? Who exactly?
So who are your friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid.
Someone got paid.
And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Right, okay. Why ask if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glow. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead yet. I want to help this, whatever it is, Inquisition.
Sounds petty and criminal.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies.
She's happy about it.
And that might be bad.
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries? Bad things
So I
should
can
happen
say me
to bad
sorries.
people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
But she didn't know him.
You say that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse. Or was him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
You know what? Yes, join. For now.
Right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that pish, yeah? Got
That
to be worth
pish.
something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Alright, did a cut here where we're accepting that invitation to go meet Lady Viviane de Feur.
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties.
Oh, they're so hoity-toity.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Alright. You know me?
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
Alright. Madame de Feur.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
Alright, tell me about the Duke then.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War.
The Civil War.
Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Alright. Everything they've told you is fact.
Everything you've heard? Completely true.
Let's live up the hype.
Inquisition should attend more
I'm
of these
totally gonna
parties.
milk that aspect. Chosen by the divine, of course.
What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Phew. Restoring peace, holy calling. You know, what's your point? I'll be honest with
I've
it.
made any claims to holiness. What's your point?
In front of all these people, you admit to being a pretentious usurper. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside
And hide
answer
behind my
the
bow.
charges.
Oh, he's gonna
My
challenge
dear
me to a
monk,
duel.
How unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Oh, look, it's Lady Vivienne.
You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish man?
Ooh, I let him go last time and I killed him. So I don't care.
The Marquis doesn't interest me. Do whatever you like with him.
Poor Marquis. Issuing challenges and hurling insults like some Ferelden doglord. And all dressed up in your Aunt Solange's doublet. Didn't she give you that to wear to the Grand Tourney? To think, all the brave chevaliers who will be competing left for Markham this morning, and you're still here. Were you hoping to save
Wow, she's destroying him socially.
the Herald of Andraste in a public duel? Or did you think his sword would end the shame of your failure? Run along, my dear. Do give my regards to your aunt. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
Oh, that's good social, right there. People always say social characters are weak. No, that's a good social character.
First enchanter of Montsimard, and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
What about the Marquis?
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout.
Very devout.
Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Alright then. A pleasure to meet you. No, interesting party so far.
Salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is it business or pleasure? I gotta go with that.
Is your interest in the Inquisition, Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
Ah, of course. Alright. What are loyal mages?
The last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Alright then. Do you support the circle?
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows. Magic will find neither on its own.
Then, what are loyal? I think I already did that one. Did I?
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Alright. It's still showing up though. I think I did this one.
Loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas.
Yeah, I already did this one.
We have not forgotten.
Skip.
I support any effort to restore.
Alright, investigate. What assistance do you bring?
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Well, you'll work inside the court. You'll
Does
work
that mean
inside the
you'd
court.
be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
Really? Wow. Well then, welcome aboard.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.